Are you looking for a business consultant? With so many vast choices, how do you find the right fit for your needs? It's simple when you know what questions to ask. Today's local expert on business consulting will shed some light on locating the right fit that'll put your mind at ease in a snap.
I was blown away by your map, but it's like a game.
Yeah. Because I had created that a few years ago, and I worked for a different company. I created that because people are so overwhelmed by the mortgage process, and they think it's so big, bad, and scary, and they're hesitant to either buy a home or refinance a home because they're like, oh my God, it's too complicated, it's too much work. And I'm like, no, it's really not. So anyway, so then Norcom's marketing department just kind of rebranded and tweaked it a little bit to add some of the graphics in to make it a little bit better. So anyway, so it's just, I'm all about graphics like this and things to help kind of break down certain things that, like the home buying process or the mortgage process, that are really confusing to people, and they don't have to be.
Right. And I think it's a part of compartmentalizing your brain as far as, I'm good at this, but I'll let somebody be good at that. You know? I mean, when you put it together like this, it's Monopoly. Where's my game piece?
Right, and it shows the steps, and people are like, oh, I didn't realize it was that easy, or I had a conversation, I want to say last summer, I had a conversation with somebody who I had been networking with for a really long time, like years, with an S on the end, for years, and she said, what do you do? And I'm like, do you not pay attention when I talk? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I do? I'm the money person. So instead of like being sarcastic and rude, I just, like something like this, I'm like, oh, I walk people through this.
Right.
And that's it. So.
Right. And it's so easy, so simple. You did it in 5 minutes, and everybody walked away going, oh.
Yeah.
And my fear is that everybody that I deal with thinks they know what I do, thinks they're an expert at what I do, but you know what? When I get down to the nitty-gritty, they're not.
Well, right, and that's why I'm so excited to talk to you as well, because I think, that you hit the nail on the head, I think I understand what you do, but I'm like, thinking about it, I'm really not 100% sure, so tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. And again, I wanted to be able to fit this in and not run out of time, because these maps are so incredible. And it's not only incredible for the business owner, but it's incredible for the team that they bring on. And, a lot of people are unemployed because of this crisis, and now they're going to be rehired. These businesses can't afford to bring on somebody that's not on the same page.
Right. Oh, totally. Because these, that's exactly right. It's all of these businesses that are going to start reopening. They have to hit the ground running, and they're already going to be steps behind. They can't train people.
Well, it's cost too much to train people. Cost so much time, energy, effort, and money. They can't bring in an outside coach. Yeah, well, I don't want my people to be rah-rah-rod. I want them to, like you said, hit the ground running and making, the profit for the company, and we don't have time to waste.
Right.
So when they sit down to a meeting, everybody can look at this and go, okay, do you understand what we're doing? And in this map, it's all leading to an open house. So they start with a home listing agreement.
Oh, right.
Okay? And that is on this page. It's called With or Without Me.
Okay.
It's from the Tom Cruise and who's the Charlie's Angel girl here?
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah. Remember this movie? and he was saying, hey, you know, your survival rate is with me, without me. Mm-hmm. You know, so that it was a little play on that. But well, I'll go over that second. But the first part is getting the listing, and this is a map of how to get the listing. Is people are like, oh, I'll save the 2%, and you know, by me doing it myself, I'll have $8,000 in my pocket. Mm-hmm. But you won't, and he explains all that. Here, it's you won the listing by doing this. So the home is staged, and underneath every one of these steps is the notes for the step, if there's any notes to be gained. Get the photos for the outside, or this can be video. And in this pandemic, I can't understand real estate people. They'll go dressed up in their outfit, gloves, and mask, and goggles, or whatever they do, walk around the house doing the video of the outside of the house and inside of the house. It's the same house. Why are you personalizing it to every person? Just do one. And have people go to that link and watch that video.
Right.
Well, it's personalizing it. Yeah, and it's also putting you at risk.
Right.
And your family at risk.
You can, I think a realtor or whoever could email the link to the video and be on the phone with the person, walking them through. You want to personalize it, do it from a distance. You have a phone. Anyway, yes, I agree.
Well, also, too, hey, show the good parts and the bad parts. Don't hide anything. Be upfront with people. Hey, if there's mold, there's mold. We have to take care of that. It's in the price. You know, but don't hide because people are going to find out. You know, one way or the other.
They're going to find out during the home inspection process or during the appraisal process. So yes, you're right. People are going to find out. So
So by that video, that is your credibility and authority, and you should only be able to take it and do it once, and be be shown to 6, 7, 8 bidders if you get that high.
Yeah. And
this is a way for them to get that high as far as bidding. So the next part about it is the anticipation build, and again, it's leading up until the open house. So what is in here? It's a banner ad, right? You can put a banner ad for 2 to 3 miles radius of that house. So you're letting the neighbors know coming soon. And my mentor was like, well, coming soon, you should say coming soon. This property is going to increase the value of your home. Something like that.
Yeah.
But here's a lady that has a cousin moving into town, or a classmate of college moving into town, or a guy. Hey, my fellow baseball coach is coming into town. He's got to see this. And they all want their friends to move close to them.
Yeah.
It's a friend. So that's for the neighbors. This is for a digital countdown. So it's 6 days, 4 hours, 55 minutes, and 26 seconds until the open house.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So that goes out to the community. And then this goes out to the community as well, is your banner ad, but it's being shown on the Weather Channel or TV3 or TV 30. They're selling these ad space. So ad space is totally cheap. But you have to get the right sizes for the right placement of these.
Right.
So if you don't have that size and you bid on that size, they'll take your money and replace it with somebody else. That's what is not being told to people. Hey, give us a lump sum and we'll take care of your campaign. Yeah, well, when they don't build an ad this size, Weather Channel will take your money because you bid on this size, that have this size available, and if you don't have that size available, they're going to put another ad in there that you just paid for.
Oh, that's not nice.
Nope, but it's the way of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but a lot of companies out there don't tell you that they made 22 sizes for every ad space out there.
Huh, okay.
So for real estate, that's key. And here's the coolest part. And I never knew this existed. It's a drone.
Yeah.
It's a drone video.
Which I think is so cool to have sort of that aerial view, particularly like, you know, a bigger, higher end home like this that's being featured. You know, like something like this, spending time and money on this doesn't really make sense for, you know, like my puny little condo, but like for a you know, a beautiful large house like this one, you know, it makes total sense.
Right, and you know, I mean, companies are doing this to, you know, like, I don't know what Maz does. Tom Mazzarello, he's doing different stuff, and Dave does different. Shimaleski does the 60-second commercials.
Yeah.
But tying it all in together, seeing the interior, the outside, the overhead look. Hey, you can even tell if the roof needs fixing, or the chimneys. Right. You know, I mean.
This is kind of a cool tool as well, because it not only does this give you an aerial view of the house, but it gives sort of an aerial view of the neighborhood as well. So if there's something, I don't know, somebody might not want to live in a neighborhood. If it's a lakeside community, somebody might say that doesn't interest me, but somebody else might say, oh my God, I didn't realize how close this was to the lake. So it kind of points out additional, because not only are you buying the house, but you're buying the neighborhood.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh my God, I'm so close to that school over there, and my neighbor has a pool, I'm going to make friends with them. So that's really helpful. That's really cool.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, you know, and as you said, the neighborhood, how close we are to the schools. Is there public park nearby? Is there an area for my dog to run around? All that kind of stuff is factored in. And at the call to action, it's the real estate agent and the contact information. So I thought I blew my way. I didn't know these existed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the virtual tour is kind of like, here's the inside of the house. You know, your kitchen is over here, and your den is over here, and your living room is over here. So they can. Yeah. I thought that was cool, but I've never seen something like that. Mm-hmm. Now, I kind of don't know how to read it, but somebody knows how to read it. It's like, ooh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it is kind of cool because it's got the furniture in it, so you can, like, this tool is cool because you, like, the realtor, like, if they're, for example, they're trying to sell an empty house,
what goes where?
Right, what goes where. So it gives people, like, an idea. They can see like, I can walk in, I can look at this, and I can envision my stuff in that house. I'm like, oh, all right, that's where they put their kitchen table. Oh, I see my table there. So it just kind of helps people envision their stuff in the house.
Right.
So,
yeah, that is really cool. I mean, you know, stuff that I didn't know in this industry, such as, you know, when you have an open house, don't have any of the pictures of the family there. You want them to envision their own pictures of their own family there.
See, your search doesn't have to be stressful. As a matter of fact, the right professional can make a huge impact in a short amount of time. Would you like to learn more? Today's expert can be reached at the number on your screen. Thank you for your time.